There are many ways to divide up a sentence. In this lesson, we'll be looking at how to divide up a sentence into its subject and its predicate. Hi, today we're looking at subjects and predicates within a sentence. If this is the kind of content you're interested in, and that is lessons about reading and writing and literacy strategies, please hit the subscribe button down there in the corner and also click on that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new lesson about reading, writing, or literacy. Today we're looking at how to divide a sentence into subjects and predicates. We're going to look at subjects and predicates, and then at the end of the lesson I'm going to show you a few things you might want to be wary of that might get you confused if you have to do this on an assignment for school. First though, let's just get started with subjects and predicates. Here is a sentence we're going to look at first. The dog barked at the cat. The subject is the noun that this sentence is about. In this case, it's the dog. And what the dog did is the predicate, barked at the cat. Now, you might also be asked to identify the simple subject or the simple predicate in a sentence. In this case, the simple subject is dog. The simple predicate is barked. The is just a modifier that kind of tells which dog, the dog, and at the cat is a prepositional phrase that's thrown in just to kind of modify that verb barked to show what direction the dog was barking in. Let's look at another example. Here's another example. The first grade teacher wrote the lesson on the board. The subject of the sentence is the first grade teacher. What the first grade teacher did is the predicate, wrote the lesson on the board. The simple subject of this sentence is going to be teacher. The, again, tells which one teacher, and first grade further identifies the teacher. So those are just what we call modifiers. They help the reader figure out which teacher is being referred to in the sentence. Wrote the lesson on the board is the predicate for this sentence. The simple predicate is wrote. The lesson is a direct object, what was written, and on the board is a prepositional phrase that tells where the lesson was written. Here's our next example. The lady with the hairnet served lunch in the cafeteria. The subject is the lady with the hairnet, and the predicate is served lunch in the cafeteria. Notice that the subject includes all of those words and phrases that describe or actually point to which lady they're talking about. In this case, they're talking about the lady with the hairnet. The predicate, served lunch in the cafeteria, is telling what she did and where she did it. So the simple subject of this sentence is lady. The simple predicate is served. All of the other information in the sentence is just defining the lady further or defining how or where the lunch was served. Something that can really be thrown in to get you confused about subjects and predicates are adverbs. Adverbs are words that often end in ly, but they're words that always further modify a verb. Usually, adverbs come very close to the verb or after the verb in a sentence, but sometimes the syntax of the sentence, that is, the order of the words in the sentence, can be changed around and that adverb put at the beginning of the sentence. Here's an example. The girl rowed the boat lazily. She was kind of lazy, not really rowing at her very best pace, but lazily describes how the girl rowed the boat. Here's another way you could write this sentence. Lazily, comma, the girl rowed the boat. Now, in this case, lazily is really close to the girl, but it's not describing the girl, it's describing how she rode the boat. So lazily is really modifying the word rode, how she rode the boat. Let's look at another example of an adverb in an unexpected part of the sentence that might confuse you if you're trying to determine the subject and the predicate. Here's this sentence. I will go to the store tomorrow. I is the subject. In this case, that's all there is to it, just I. And the verb is go, with its helper, will go to the store tomorrow. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Tomorrow, we can see, is describing when I will go. But I could also write the sentence this way. Tomorrow, I will go to the store. Now, tomorrow in this case, even though it's near the subject in the sentence, is not modifying I. It's still modifying when I'm going to go. It still is modifying that verb. It's an adverb. So even though tomorrow comes before the subject in this sentence, it's actually part of the predicate. I hope this lesson about subjects and predicates makes you more confident about identifying subjects and predicates in sentences, as well as simple subjects and simple predicates. Also, remember to be aware of adverbs that are out of order in a sentence. Just because they come before the subject in the sentence does not make an adverb part of the subject. Subject is always going to be a noun. Adverbs always describe actions or verbs. So even though you might have an adverb at the beginning of a sentence, it is going to be part of the predicate. So don't get mixed up on that. If this lesson was helpful to you, please give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and stay tuned for the next lesson from Never Stop Learning.